In this video, we will discuss about computer network types and topologies. So what is computer network? Computer network is a set of devices or nodes connected by communication link through the for the purpose of sharing resources. So there are importantly three criteria of a network. First is performance. Performance is the response time between an inquiry and a response. Reliability is measured by the frequency of failure, the time it takes a link to recover from the failure. Third type is a security. Security means protecting data from unauthorized access or any kind of damage. So there are basically three types of networks. First is local area network, that is LAN, wide area network WAN, metropolitan area network, that is MAN. Local area network is computers connected together within a very small area, like its office, home, college, etc. As it is restricted to very smaller area, less stations will be connected to this network and less cables will be required to make connections, and less devices or like hubs will be needing to establish such a network. So this process is less costly as the area is very small. Communication is faster because of the limited area. This network is quite secure, and there are less chances of error and noise because data is not traveling long distance, so there are less chances of error and noise. Second is wide area network. Wide area network extends over a large geographical area including different provinces or countries or states. So it is like connecting different LANs. The biggest WAN is internet, as a large geographical area is used in this kind of network. The data has to travel long distance, so speed will be less. A lot of devices are connected to this network, so many devices are communicating with each other, so a lot of data is traveling in such networks, so there will be more chances of congestion, error and noise. Obviously a lot of devices are there, it is scattered across such a large area, so it's very difficult, costly, it is very difficult to maintain, and it's a costly process. There are two types of WANs, switched WANs and point-to-point WAN. In switched WAN, multiple component LANs are connected via shared networking infrastructure, while in case of point-to-point, two LANs or N nodes are connected through a dedicated and secure leased line. Third is metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network is a network in which lies in between LAN and WAN. It's larger than LAN but smaller than WAN. Like it works inside a town or metropolitan area to connect different offices or branches of a company. It lies between LAN and WAN. It's of moderate speed, but as it is scattered over a metropolitan area, there will be more congestion as a lot of data is being traveled, and this process is also costly to establish such a large area network. So next is physical topology. Physical topology, the way computer is connected to each other. It is geometric representation of the relationship of all the links and devices. Let's we have 5 stations or 6 stations in a topology. How these stations are connected to each other is defined by the topology. So there are basically 4 types of topologies. First is mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, and last is ring topology. In case of mesh topology, every device has a dedicated link to another device. Like we can see in the figure, every station, we have 5 stations, each station is connected to other 4 stations. So for n number of devices, we need cables, n multiplied by n minus 1 upon 2. So in this figure, we have 5 stations, we'll be needing 10 cables. The advantages of mesh topology is that it is robust. Robust means if one station or one cable gets some problem, the rest of the network can work properly because that dedicated link has failed. The rest of the network is working fine. Less traffic problem because of the dedicated link. There will be less issues of any traffic, privacy and security issues. Disadvantages is difficult installation. Let's say I want to add one more station to this. What would I need to do? I need to make this I'm using 6 station. I need to make 5 connections to add the 6th station to this. This is a costly process. If the topology is having, let's say 100 or 1000 stations, we need to make the 1000 connections. So it's a costly process. In case of star topology, we have a central computer, that is hub. So all the stations are connected to this hub. So if we have n number of devices, the total number of cables required is n. Advantage is it's less costly. Suppose I want to add one connection, one station to this. All I need to make just one connection. So it's easy to install. It's robust. Robust means if one station or one cable gets some problem, the rest of the network or topology is working fine. Disadvantage is a dependency on single point. Let's say the central computer or hub got some problem. That would be an issue because the whole topology will collapse. More cabling as compared to ring or bus topology. It requires less cabling as compared to mesh topology, but more cabling as compared to ring or bus topology. Next is bus topology. Bus topology is a multi-point. Multi-point means the bus will be shared among many stations. So the nodes are connected using drop lines and taps. We can see from the figure the station drop line is a connection between station and the shared bus, and tap is a connector through which this connection is being made. So for the number of devices, the total number of cables required is 1. So the advantage of ease of installation, we just need one drop line and a tap to add new station to the bus topology. So it requires very less cabling cost. Difficult fault isolation, because let's say one station fails, it's very difficult to identify which station has failed. Increased collisions, because of the shared communication, there will be more collisions and less security. It will have one more disadvantage, that is difficult reconnection, because the signal reflection at the taps can cause degradation quality. So we have to control this degradation by limiting the number of devices that we can add to a given length of the cable. So you must take care of this factor also. The last type of topology is a ring topology. It's a point-to-point connection between devices. It uses a repeater. Let's say one station wants to communicate with another station. It will pass the data to the ring. Or the station which receives the data will check whether it is intended for that particular station or for some other station. If it is intended for some other station, it will regenerate the data and then send the data to the ring. So that is why we use a repeater in this topology. The advantages is easy to install. Let's say I want to add one station to this. All I need to do is to make 2 stations to the neighboring stations. That's it. 2 cables will be needing to make the connections to the neighboring stations. Easy fault isolation. What happens in a ring, that a signal is circulating at all the times. If one device doesn't receive a signal within a specified period, it can issue an alarm. So this alarm alerts the network operator to the problem and its location. Disadvantages is unidirectional traffic. If I want the traffic to travel in the another direction, we need to establish one more ring to this. One more disadvantage is there, station failure. Station failure, if the station gets if one station gets some problem, the whole ring collapse. So that is another disadvantage. One more category is hybrid topology. Hybrid topology can be made by combining all 2, 3 or 4 these basic type of topologies. So that's it for type of networks and topologies. Thank you.